Okay, so let's take a look at how you can draw the donut chart in our language. So we will open our studio, right, and we'll be using one library called lessR, right. So what we'll do is we will open tools, then install packages section. Okay, meanwhile let me clear up my existing workspace. Let's install the package, and the package is lessR. Right now the thing is, it will make use of pie chart to draw the donut, right? So we'll have to use whatever the possible package is required for drawing the pie chart as well, right? So that's one thing. Another thing is we will be needing the data for plotting this particular donut chart, right? So what we can do, now that we have our package, let's get the lessR, right? Now next thing, we will have data, and we will be calling for this particular employee data, right? Now what I can do is can get pie chart. Now pie chart, we will need Plotrix library, or maybe if you wish to use any other different form of pie chart, you can use ggplot as well. So based on what you choose to use, the library would be different, right? So here, let's say if I choose department, then this data, right, for with the employee, and then keep the main null, right? Now in order to draw our donut chart, we will use this particular PC, then use department, then data again, and then main null, like in pie chart, right? So let's try and see if this works. So we get lessR library first, then let's see if this particular R data set employee is available, right? So let's run that, and there you go. So if we try to look at this data in tabular form, you can see this is the employee data. On left hand side, you will see the names of employees, their years of working, gender, department, salary. Then you will also see the plan, pre and post data as well, right? So this is the data that we will be using for the pie chart. So let me correct this spelling just in case we are likely to face errors here, just in case if anything goes wrong, right? So this T was missing, that is why I told you that. Now that we have one of the pie chart, right? So if you notice that you will have your current employee data distributed within your pie chart. Okay, now when you run this particular pie chart statement, then you will get the pie chart that looks something like this, right? So we can remove that PC statement if you want, right? One more thing is, let me close the current plot. One more thing we can experiment with, let's say whole size, right? So if I choose, let's say whole, set to 0.1, right? And if we run this statement, then you will also notice that the donut has change in its whole, and you will be still able to see the department and their respective percentage within the chart, right? So if I experiment with few more data points, I can run this statement, right? So let's say if I choose 5, and we have variation in hole. So you can use this particular parameter to adjust the size of hole within the donut chart, right? So one more thing would be playing with color. So for that, what we can do is use colors, and we can call for HCL dot colors, and here we can choose length of unique, right? And within that we will choose data department, right? So that we have option for our colors along with the type of, which is ZSO1, right? So that's one of the pre-filled colors, and here instead of this whole I can pass on fill as well. So fill coals, right? So coal we already have. So if I run the coals, right, and if I run the pie chart statement, it has changed the colors because we changed that particular donut color scheme, right? So there are few more things to do here, like I don't have to use particular colors related statement. Instead I can also go with color directly with scheme. So say something like vary this, right? So I will have to choose this in viridis, right? So viridis 1 or just viridis should suffice, right? So use your double quote here, and if I run this particular, it should change the color again. Then there are few arguments that you can check, which is line width and line type, right? So let's say if I choose color black for border color, right? So we have color, then line width 2, right, and line type say 1, and the rest of the codes as it is, right? And you will notice the line width and the line that we have been given like this. Now it looks more like a coin rather than a donut, right? So what we have seen so far, we managed to install the lessR library. We used both PC function as well as pie chart function, right? So one of them should work. Also we used the option of condition for adding subset of data within our rows. Then we have hole size, right, which we managed to change by that particular parameter. Then also change the color, also change the fill with color theme along with line width and line type, right? And there are things that you can remove like values. So if you choose to remove values from your donut chart, you can do so. So just use values set to, let's say, off. That should also work. So if I run this, and you will get removal of values. So values set to prop will set it to proportion, right? So if I run this, that will get white color and embed within the donut, right? So there is also input option, so value as a input, right? So if I run this statement, that should also show you the input for each department. Okay, so we have also seen the removal of values and playing with the values within donut chart. So what we have seen so far is how to create a donut chart with pie chart function and PC function, Also we added the rows for subset of data, then adjusted whole size, also changed the color, also changed field theme, the line width and line type argument, and removing values.